Bonjour, bonsoir, dear friends, and welcome to JCB Wine Style. We are traveling to the magnificent south of France. We are with one of the best winemaker there is in the Rhone Valley, Mr. Jean-Luc Durand himself. Look at him, charming and ready to tell us everything about the harvest 2021 from Châteauneuf-du-Pape to the southern Burgundy region, and from the very famous winery Bonpas, founded in 1318.
Welcome. Hi, I'm Jean-Luc Durand. I'm the winemaker of Bonpas wine. Let me introduce our cellar of vindication for wine of Bonpas. Follow me. Let me show you the first must of the vintage 21 in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. So the fermentation is finished, and now we have a period of maceration. You keep the time, a novel phase of the vinification begins. You have a slowly infusion because of alcohol of the grapes and temperature about 26 degrees. It's really interesting to have a great link between polyphenol and anthocyane. We let time, we taste all the days, and we see.
So Jean-Luc, how does it feel to be so old? You are 700 years of age.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I think I'm young this year. No, it's an honor to make the vinification of Bonpas wines. Really, it's quick to say on the history. It's really an honor, you know. And that's all. It's easy, in fact.
So you've been around for over 700 years. You've been a monk. You've been living in that beautiful monastery forever.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Yeah. You don't speak about body, you speak about spirit, you know. So effectively, you are in the history, I think, for a long time, you know, but not alone, but the Chartreuse, but really, it's really important in my life. Yeah, I could say.
I love it. So Jean-Luc, tell us about this amazing harvest of 2021. And I could see you have a fresh juice right here.
Yes, exactly. Here, there is, it's a baby, it's a new one, it's a 21. It's in the first must, it's a Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Actually, you are on the middle of the fermentation. So we keep the time you have. Really, I think it's a great vintage. You have made the job to harvest in the right time the grapes. It's going to be, it's like you say, it's not the same vintage year to year. So this one was really special.
And what makes Châteauneuf-du-Pape so unique? Why is Châteauneuf so great, so famous, and really so charismatic?
It's great. You have three key. You have the Mistral. I don't know if you could listen this day today. You have a really strong Mistral. It's really interesting for the good maturity for final of grapes. The other point for Bonpas specifically and so Chateauneuf is because of black Grenache. You could see in this cellar, it's a temple of Chateauneuf du Pape. You have black tank and so black Grenache, you know. And the other point you could see, I show you the great Rhone people. It's really characteristic of Chateauneuf. It's really interesting at different points. It keeps the humidity and also it keeps the sun. It's really interesting for the maturity of grapes. So it's characteristic of Chateauneuf du Pape.
I understand you have bigger wines as well. This is a small galette. Can you show us the big one?
Exactly. This is a teeny, if you could say.
Wow. Ooh la 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 la. This is it the famous Marc Besson behind us?
You could say Mr. Besson.
Look at him.
Like my baby, the Bever baby, the covered baby on the quartz.
Is it quartz?
It's really old. It's about the Quaternary period. Is about a billion of years, you know. These are the creation of Chateauneuf du Pape. It's really, you could say it's the key of wine of Chateauneuf du Pape.
It looks like the Holy Grail. It's very Monty Python as you're walking with your baby here.
Exactly.
It must.
Very nice. So that big size, Jean-Luc, we could find it as well in the vineyards.
Exactly. We find it easy on vineyards. So along the time you have, in fact, this stone are run by the wind and also the water. We have different formation of sorts of Rhone Valley is because of river of Rhone, deep the Rhone Valley, go to Lyon to the Mediterranean Sea. You understand? You listen? The high wind, no?
Yes, we can hear the wind. Exactly.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You find this kind of big stone on the top of Chateauneuf du Pape, and also under this big stone, you have already a rich and complex soil typical of Chateauneuf du Pape because of the degradation of this big stone. You have sand, you have a little stone. It's really interesting, for the vines for final. And especially for black Grenache.
Yeah, specifically for the Grenache. So explain us as well, Jean-Luc, why you have those beautiful trees in the vats behind you. It's very nice decoration. That's traditional from the south of France.
Yeah, it's you could say it's we are on the cellar of historic partner already quality. It's an honor, and we have a great way. Thanks to receipts on our vineyard, this cellar. Excuse me. This is white asparagus, and you use it on the tank to in face of the vat to filter, and so it keeps the grapes on the vat on the tank, and you could say some in French remontage. And so it's really interesting to keep the naturally the grapes on the tank. And it's blocked, this kind of little tree, like you say, with stone, Rhone people. So it's a natural filtering, must.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's really a natural, could say. It's we could say a key of our vinification. It's really all the different generation of this partner makes like this. It's you could find in our cellar with would say stick of wood of vines, but this one is really how to say original and interesting to find.
Yeah, this is great. So Jean-Luc, tell us a little bit about the taste of the 2021 harvest the flavor profile, and what we can expect this year.
Yeah, this year, finally with a different, I would say, not accident, but different period during the vintage, like you have a frozen period, you know. But finally, the different grapes keep their maturity finally together. So we could have this year an interesting for us, it's a co-blending. We put on the tank grape of Shiraz and grape of Black Grenache. So it's a really interesting this year to have Shiraz on the bottom of the tank and Black Grenache, grape Black Grenache on the top. And this blending, co-blending really is really interesting to have finally a great link between polyphenol and anthocyane of Shiraz. But this you'll find really, how do you say, sweet tannins, you know, an aroma like raspberry, strawberry, really fine, not really powerful, really enjoy with a longness and a lot of complexity. We find this year it will be really interesting to have Cisco blending. You know?
So it will be a year to keep.
Yeah, you could. We are a serious partner, so you can keep your wine, I think so. Yeah.
And so explain, Jean-Luc, as well, the two types of Châteauneuf-du-Pape. One which is more dominant with Grenache, and sometimes more dominant with Syrah. Can you please explain the contrast?
Yeah, we speak in Châteauneuf, you have one Châteauneuf, but you have different Châteauneuf, exactly. And we say the old style finally is a lot of essentially with Black Grenache, you know. And the modern Châteauneuf, you could say, you have so a little bit more deep when you speak about the tasting with Shiraz. So 100% of Black Grenache, you have some lot of spicy tobacco, this kind of around, a lot of complexity. And Shiraz, you have a powerful wine, but it's specific of the different side in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. You know? You have so deeper soul. It's really interesting to have Shiraz with tannin a little more powerful, it's a lot more fruity than just 100% of Black Grenache.
And after this vinification, how long is the vinification for you for both Grenache and Syrah?
Easy, you take about harvest to the end of really the fermentation. I don't speak about maceration, not fermentation. This year is about 3 weeks, easy. Okay. And you let the time. It's not you have the time to have a big and a really interesting integration of different components of the grapes. So we keep grapes on tank easy 3 weeks, and we make some method like you move the lees. It's really interesting to have a lot of fruitiness on the wine and so to liberate, say, polysaccharides of yeast. It's really a chemical event, you know, but it's really interesting to have a complexity and great balance then, in fact.
And then after this wonderful maceration and conversion of sugar, you're going to go in barrels.
Exactly. So you couldn't see like this, but just about the side we have our cellar, so make early the wine on the barrels, and you keep easy 8 months to 10 months. It depends. We have a tasting every month to have a point where is the integration of the different tannins of food and also of wines. So at the moment, we think that we can see that 8 months will be the great time during the oak age.
And is it new oak or is it a combination of new and old?
Exactly, it's a combination of old and new. And the overall component is the size of the barrels. And Châteauneuf-du-Pape really have a good result in barrels of 600 liters. It's really interesting to have on the time, by the time, good integration, you know, and complexity. What we dislike finally is wood. Aroma of food is not of point of view. Really, you have the cockage because exchange of oxygen and wine slowly. It's really interesting.
And so tell us now, why should Bonpas be the wine of choice for everyone?
For everyone, I think you could say that our Canadian citizens say it's drinkable, but in fact, it's really, I think, so wines are really, you have a good accessibility for everyone, but you have also a lot of complexity. So it could be interesting for, how you say, a new beverage, you know, but also, I could say an expert. You could find already a great complexity, a big palette of aroma. It's really interesting for different, I think so, yeah, amateur of vin, say in French.
This is very exciting. Well, we're very thrilled to see such a great range. So as you can see here, we have the Légende de Bonpas from the Luberon. We have the Côte du Rhone Village. And then, of course, the Top Gun, one of the best, the Châteauneuf-du-Pape. So it's a beautiful bottle as well, as you could see.
Yeah.
You know, very. So this is the historical crest of Bonpas, correct?
Yeah, it's given by the Pope to the charter monk, the Carthusian monk, in 3018. So finally, you could say that it's our property, but what's most important for us is to have, all this history on our wines, and we could see on the bottle, but also is more important in the wine.
Exactly. So we thank you so much, Jean-Luc. If there's one thing to remember for all of us on the 2021 vintage, what would that be?
21, I do say resistance, because of the different period and events of the year, and so resilience too. That you have the results.
Well, thank you so much. Like the Pope, like the monks, like Bonpas, who's been existing for over 700 years, this is resilience. So thank you so much, Jean-Luc. It was so interesting to see.
You're welcome.
The beautiful vats, to see your charm, your style, to see Marc Bessot with a beautiful galet. Ooh la la, graphite galet.
Yeah.
And to really understand more about this very unique Châteauneuf-du-Pape Grenache base. So we wish you fantastic harvest and cannot wait to see you again soon. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.